broadcasters. Welcome to episode 272 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Geige. I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm also doing well. It's going to be a good show tonight. We have some fun stuff to announce. For anyone new here, Dan and I are the founders of StreamYard. We do these town halls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we do them for a few reasons. One is to stay in tune with all of you, go through the same flow that you all do with your own shows and productions. Two is to answer any of your questions. That's why we're calling it Ask StreamYard. So if there's anything you'd like us to touch on tonight, feel free to leave it in the chat. We'll do our best to get to as many as we possibly can. And three, I always mention the three pillars of StreamYard, which are ease of use, stability, and professional streams. So about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. I see folks tuning in from all over the world tonight. I think I saw Prince Edward Island. Very, very cool. Also Gabriel from Nigeria. Before I forget, we have some awesome shows on StreamYard. We have YouTube channel reviews with Dee and Daniel the second Saturday of every month. Really fun show. If you're looking to grow on YouTube, they do deep dives on individual channels and can give helpful insights on how to think about things like thumbnails, your analytics, and just YouTube in general. And then we have Enhance Your Live Streams the last Tuesday of the month with Nick Nimmin, who also is a pro when it comes to all things video. But check that one out for your specific live streaming questions. And we also have tons of other fun and useful content on the YouTube channel. So be sure to just check it out generally. And then one thing we've been doing at the start of these so that we get to know a little bit more about you and you get to know a little bit more about us is a fun fact. And the fun fact we had for tonight is if you had to choose, do you prefer laptops or desktops? Desktops is probably becoming a bit of a dated term. So hopefully everyone in the chat still knows what a desktop. I assume folks do. But yeah, do you have a preference, Dan?
In general, I actually do prefer desktops just because on average they're a lot more powerful, or you can especially soup them up to be a lot more powerful. But I pretty much always work with a laptop and have for quite a long time just because the odd time when you travel, well, you can't really bring a desktop. How about you?
Absolutely. If I could like wave a wand wherever I was and have my desktop set up, I would definitely opt for the desktop. That's my preference. But yeah, obviously it's not always practical. So, but if I could choose, it would be a desktop.
Yeah, I just really don't like working on just a laptop. It really just is like, you have to be able to travel really easily, but you got to have all the monitors and everything set up. Might as well just have a desktop if you could travel with it.
For sure. See a cool comment here from Sooner Legends says, since upgrading the views and likes on the podcast has blown through the roof. Awesome, Sooner Legends. Super happy to hear that you've been having success. That's fantastic.
Cool.
All right, let's do a couple more questions here, but I also want to make sure we have plenty of time for the announcement for tonight. Let's see here. We had one from Square Table says, can we get a drop the link in the chat button? Basically a one-click button that places the link to join the stream in the show chat. Yeah, that's an interesting idea, Square Table. Generally, we've tried to be kind of cautious to make sure that folks don't accidentally post the link in the chat because that can definitely be a problem for folks. Like if they've screen shared and they accidentally share out that link and they have folks joining that they don't want to join. So we do want to continue to be careful to make sure that folks do know what they're doing when they share out that link. But in terms of making it easier for folks that do want to actually bring folks in, that is something that we'll continue to iterate on. And it's something that we did recently make easier for folks that are using OnAir, like StreamYard's ability to do webinars. We did recently launch the feature to be able to more easily invite specific viewers on there. So it is something we'd like to continue to improve. All right, let's see what else we had here. Jared Duke says, question, when watching a video I uploaded to StreamYard, how do I control where it plays? Thanks. Do you want to take that one, Dan?
Yeah, interesting. I'm still just trying to understand exactly what you're referring to. In other words, like where on the screen it plays, but I can give an overview of.
My best guess, Dan, is like with StreamYard's video player. Like I assume it's like related to embedding, maybe. If not, JR Dukes, maybe you can just clarify.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways I guess I could answer this. Then.
So yeah.
So if this is just to give like a really quick overview, if this is, like I said, yes, the screen.
Like where on the screen?
Yeah, let me take a guess at this. So if you upload a video in the brand tab and you play it, it will just cover the whole screen, kind of like the intro that we played at the start of this. If you want to control where it is on the stream, like if you maybe want to have a video in the top right corner or something, you can basically share a video at the bottom, and that will kind of just stream it from your file system, which is really good if you want to share like a really long video and maybe just show a certain part of it or something. You don't even have to upload it to our servers. It just kind of gets streamed out from your computer. And then you can also use custom layouts for that. So if you want to put it in a very specific spot, you can, if you're not familiar, at the bottom, right below the video section on StreamYard, you can edit your layout and basically put the screen wherever you want to put it. And then when you put that video on the or in the stream, it'll basically go to wherever you just designed to put it. So that's how you can customize essentially wherever. So I would say, just to give an overview of the two, like if you just want to share a video like we do, that's an intro. It just covers everything really simple. Put it in the brand tab. If you want to have a lot of customization over where it goes and have, cameras visible at the same time, then use the present option at the bottom.
Cool. We have another question here from Chris Champion. Says, is there a way to see how much time is remaining when playing a background music clip? If not, a progress bar or something like that would be helpful in some situations.
Cool.
So yeah, when it comes to video clips specifically, we do have a slight indicator there, but I don't believe we do have something for background music clips, right, Dan? So yeah, that's a helpful suggestion, Chris. We appreciate that. It's a good idea. All right, maybe let's do one more here before getting into the announcement for tonight. Crafty Turtle says, do you have the ability to poll in StreamYard or do a wheel spin type thing? So I guess I'll starting with polling. So right now there's not an option specifically in StreamYard, but many of the platforms that you can go live to have their own polling options that you can do on there. And it is something that we are actively exploring specifically for StreamYard on air. And in terms of the wheel thing, there is you'll see at the end of the show, we always do a giveaway at the end. If you're trying to just select like a random person in the chat, we do have a tool that we made available at StreamYard.com/giveaway. I don't know if that's exactly what you'd be looking for, but there's a video walking through it if you want to get a sense there.
Yep. And like Gage said, right at the end of the show, we'll do a giveaway using the tool so you can see how that works and if that's something you would want to use.
All right, we still have a lot of questions to get to, but let's get to the announcement for tonight, and then we can get back to the questions. So super excited about this one. It's not available yet, but it's in the process of rolling out, so you should have access sometime next week. But yeah, we've definitely gotten tons of questions about like, hey, what kind of AI stuff can we anticipate happening for StreamYard? And so far, the biggest ones have mostly been like the virtual backgrounds and that type of stuff. But now we're really excited to be testing out a new feature where StreamYard will actually give you the ability to see suggested clips after your live stream or your recording is over, designed to be really good for repurposing on something like Shorts or Reels. We have a video walking through it, and then I think Dan will quickly screen share an example. Anything to add to that, Dan, before I play the video?
No, let's roll the video.
All right, let me find it here. Yeah, we have a video from Dana here. Here it goes.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. Today we're launching AI Clips. AI Clips will automatically generate a 1-minute clip perfect for repurposing. Depending on the type of content, we'll automatically generate up to 5 clips for you. Use these clips to post to Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. Make the most out of your live stream content by repurposing it. To generate an AI clip, head to the library on a recent recording. You'll see a new section called AI Clips and hit Generate. Give the AI some time to process, then you'll see the list of generated clips. You can view them, download them, or post them straight to Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. All of these clips include captions, so there's no need for you to manually add them later. You can't edit our clips yet, but this is coming soon. In addition to generating the AI clip, we also recommend a title you can use, but you can edit this if you'd like. This version of AI Clips only supports interview style formats, but we plan on adding a lot of other formats coming soon. AI Clips are available on all paid plans. Generate your first AI clip today. Happy repurposing!
Cool. So yeah, that's the announcement video for it. So it's not technically out yet, but yeah, you should see it sometime this week. And yeah, we're super excited about it. We're going to continue iterating on it and improving it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions in the meantime, obviously let us know. We'd be happy to run through them. And Dan, did you want to maybe show an example from that was created from our last town hall?
I would love to. Yeah, so I'll just share the screen here. So if you're not familiar, this is the library on StreamYard. So this is the town hall from last week. And basically I've just clicked into the town hall. This is like the whole half-hour town hall. But now there's a new section at the bottom here where you can basically, I've already done this, but you can click a button to generate all your AI clips. And if our AI system's able to actually find some clips, it'll just show them here. And these are just created automatically. I didn't have to do anything. So in this case, I've got 6 of them ready to go. So I'll just play one of them to give you an example of roughly how this works.
The junk drawer says, is it possible to overlay transparent video files to act as segment transitions? So right now, the closest thing you could do is use the GIF format and use that to sort of like play and transition it into something. But we do want to add support for things like MOV files and other formats that support the alpha channel in the future. So stay tuned on that one. Junk drawer. It is something we'd like to support.
Cool. So yeah, in that case, you can basically see that it just like found a very specific question and then the answer to it, and kind of cut out everything else and just isolated on that one part, and then even burned in the captions and everything automatically. It's pretty straightforward to use, though. You just got to look at your video, click to generate, and it will generate the clips. I don't know if there's even much more to go over. It's very straightforward to use, and definitely curious to get some feedback once it actually starts rolling out.
Awesome. Yeah, see lots of questions here. People says, when you say only interview style, do you mean a 2-pane layout? No, it'll also work great for like group conversations too, Beauty. It's more so just like the types of formats where there's where there's going to be like questions and answers is where it will excel. But there's we're working on other formats as well.
Yeah, just in general, I guess the way I'd summarize it, like if there's 2 people on screen, it should do pretty well, or two or more should be pretty well. The one where it won't do quite as well is if it's just you, but even then it kind of depends on the type of content and whatnot. Like it's just certain types of content will do really well right now and other types don't do quite as well. So I would say try it out, see how it works for you. And we're just continuing to improve it over time. So over time, it will just handle more and more types of content.
Absolutely. Pete George says, can we upload previous recordings again? Yeah, I assume why you're asking, Pete, is because maybe you're interested in having the AI clips work on previous recordings. I believe, hopefully I'm not wrong, Dan, but I believe if you go to a past recording you have in the library, you will have the option to generate them, right?
Yeah, once the feature is rolled out, which it hasn't yet, but once it has, yes, you should be able to do it on past recordings.
So if that addresses the question, Pete, let me know. But if you meant it as something else, let me know. Wrestle Chat Podcast says, how close are we getting to 4K streaming in StreamYard? So when it comes to 4K, the first thing that we'll release is 4K for local recording, and that is coming relatively soon, but I don't have an exact date, but it is actively being worked on.
Yeah, one of the things I just want to mention for the AI clips as well, I can't remember if Dana covered it in the video, but I find like the main purpose for repurposing in general, and not just AI clips just really makes it a lot easier to repurpose content. But the benefit is really just getting more value from the content you're already creating. So if you do a 1-hour live stream or a 1-hour recording or a 1-hour webinar, you can now just take that and basically create many short form videos from that and post those out and get a lot more views in total, or a lot more engagement in total. And we're basically just trying to make that significantly easier for people with this feature, because it's a lot of work to repurpose stuff for anyone who's ever done it before.
Absolutely. Shrinking Sharon says, question, so will it be 5 clips per live stream / video? I believe it's up to 5, right, Dan? Like, so if it only identifies, if it might identify less than 5.
Yeah, we'll only show the ones that we think are pretty good, or that our AI system thinks are pretty good. If we struggle to find some in your type of video, or maybe it's a really short video or something, or it's just not the type we're really optimized for yet, it might not even come up with 5. But yeah, it should be up to 5. I had 6 in the video I was just sharing, but that's just because I'm on like an experimental version.
Cool. How we got here, Genealogy says, I would like to see a way to duplicate streams, etc. for a regular series. Be curious to learn more, Genealogy. Like, one thing you can do now is after you've completed a stream, you do have the option to use it as a pre-recorded stream in the future. So if you're like, for example, if you're trying to make evergreen content, like say you made a tutorial video that when you first did it was live, and then you want to have it run again at some point in the future, but just play that video again, you can actually simply schedule a pre-recorded stream and just use that from your past videos. But I would love to learn more information if I'm missing some aspect there. Any thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's more of, even similar to like the town hall that we do, for example, of like, hey, it's roughly the same description every week, just changing a number or something.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes more sense. So I probably misunderstood the question, Genealogy. But yeah, we would also like to make that simpler as well, where it's like, okay, we know that you're doing a regular regularly programmed show, how can we make it so you're not, copy pasting as much as you generally do? Makes sense.
Yep.
All right, let's see what else we have.
Yeah, there's a few different ways we've considered doing that. I'm not sure exactly how we will do it, but we'll see.
Call Me Crafty AI says, question, would we now need to say yes when YouTube asks us if anything is AI generated? That seems to be a new question this week for videos. So I would need to do more research on the exact rule, Call Me Crafty, to answer you with 100% confidence. I would say with a relatively high level of confidence that I believe that rule is for AI generated video, like where AI is actually making the video. This is simply you using AI to help edit and identify portions of the video, but there's no video being created by AI that's like being injected into your video or anything. So this is not AI generated video. It's just AI helping you to identify good clips from your organic video.
Yep.
Tristan says, question, is there a limit to total number of clips per month or anything? No, people will be asking. So jump in here, Dan, if I'm wrong. Like right now, there is not an actual limit, but that could change in the future. We're sort of just testing things out, seeing how it goes. But for right now, there is not an actual limit on the number of clips.
No, yeah, it's only available on the paid plans, but there's no limit on it right now. But we'll see. It kind of depends how much it gets used and just how fast we can improve it as well. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Build with Moody says, question, I'm a woodworker and there's interest in my audience to go live. I only use my phone to record and I'm a little nervous to try. I'm good talking on camera, just scared to try live. Any advice? Yeah, that's a great question, Moody. And I'm sure there's folks in the chat. I'm sure we'll have some great advice as well. The most common one I hear, and I also think it's good advice, is it seems really scary until you just actually do it. So I would pick a time where you're going to commit to do a show about particular topics that it sounds like you know your audience well, because it sounds like you understand that they do demand to see your content live, and just commit to doing it, and understand that like the first couple of times you do it, you're definitely going to make some mistakes and whatnot, but you'll continue to get better. And the most important thing is the content. If it's interesting content that you know your audience cares about, that's going to be by far the most important thing, and other things will fall into place as long as you're committed in making great content.
Yep. I'd say one of the honestly amazing things about going live too is it is very genuine content. So I mean, people make mistakes when they're live, and things like that can happen. That's part of what makes it exciting when you go live. So even if you do make mistakes, that's just kind of the nature of going live. So yeah, I would just try it out. And certain types of content will do really well, right? Like if you have like a Q&A style show like we're doing where you're interacting with the audience, I mean, things like that are amazing for live compared to recorded.
Cool. Rankin says, we want a mobile application. So in case you haven't seen it yet, Rankins, we do actually have a mobile app for iOS specifically for the guest experience. And that is available now. And the whole reason we made it is just to have the best possible support when it comes to historically, Safari has been a bit difficult to work with when it comes to the video technology we use. So in order to give folks the best possible experience specifically on iOS devices, we launched an app, and a producer version will also be coming soon, but it's not out quite yet. Yep. Let's see what else we had here. Matt says, why does Twitter or X now display a rolling view count instead of an active live number?
Yeah,
so
we need to ask them about that.
Yeah, good question, Matt. Yeah, we need to find out ourselves on that change.
Yeah, that just changed very recently, and I don't know if it changed for everyone or just certain users. We're looking into it though to see if we can change something on our end or if we need to ask them to change something. I think it'll be Twitter that needs to change something, but we'll see. So yeah, if your Twitter view count looks way higher than expected, that could be why.
Absolutely. Steven says, question, can you set up a template or reuse a session so you don't have to start from scratch every time? So we shared a little bit about this before, Steven, when it comes to duplicating broadcasts. So we do want to make that easier in the future. But when it comes to like sort of the assets and you run a show, that stuff is saved on StreamYard, and it should be very easy for you to use every time you do a show. So if you go into the brand section, we have this concept of brand folders, and anything that you upload there will be saved to StreamYard and is reusable. Same thing with the banners as well. So, if you've seen these shows before, Dan and I have a similar or the same intro video and a similar thumbnail each time, and all of those assets we have a general run of show that we have saved there that we use each time and make slight modifications to. And maybe you're already familiar with that, but if you're not, let me know. And if I missed anything there, please let me know. Cool. I see some great advice too for folks just starting out. I appreciate those who've shared advice there. Dolores says, question, what do you need to be able to screen share? Yeah, that's a good question, Dolores. If you're able to stream on StreamYard, you very likely can
should be
screen
good.
share. So if you're on a laptop or a desktop or a Chromebook, you should be able to screen share. If you are streaming from a mobile device, there are some extra steps involved, but we have docs walking through how you can do that. But if you have a computer, you should be good to go.
Yep.
All right, let's see what else we had here. I guess one thing to note, we did have a couple other ones to mention. In case you missed it, we did recently launch OnAir Calendar durations. Relatively small change, but I know it was highly requested from those of you using OnAir. So this is just when you schedule an OnAir for the future, you can actually specify the length of time so that your audience knows to anticipate that, like, hey, this is going to be an hour long or a 2 hour long show. And if you're unfamiliar with what OnAir it's basically just StreamYard's solution for doing a private live stream or a webinar, and you can even embed it on your own website along with the chat. So it's a pretty cool solution if you want to sort of distribute your content on your own website or something like that, in addition to the social platforms.
Yep.
And then the other one we wanted to ask as a follow-up to the AI clips feature was, now that we've launched AI clips, are there any other editing or repurposing features that you think would be helpful or that you'd like to see in addition to AI clips?
Cool. Dolores mentioned they're unable to screen share even after your answer. So if you do have a technical issue or something, I would just reach out to our support team. They'll be able to actually try out different things with you, because maybe there's something up with your device, or maybe you've blocked access to screen share. I would say the most common one is, like, if you're on a Mac, you have to change your system settings to allow it. And we do walk you through that, but it can be kind of weird to do it sometimes. So I would just go to StreamYard.com/contact. There's a 24/7 live chat. They'll respond in 30 seconds or a minute, and you can hopefully hash out an answer with them.
Cool. Kim Castor says, how come in my lives the user number when I'm doing YouTube never seems to show the correct number of people there? So that's not something I've run into personally, Kim Castor. I'd be curious how you know for sure, because unless you're literally counting all the comments, it's kind of hard to know exactly what the viewer count number is. But from my experience, again, there was this change with Twitter seemed to change how they handle it, but for YouTube specifically, the live count has always been accurate for us ourselves. But maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Yeah, and I'd be curious too if you mean that, like, on YouTube itself, you think it's off. Like maybe you have an unlisted stream with you're watching in 2 tabs or something and it shows the wrong number, or if you mean just it's different between StreamYard and YouTube, because we basically just get it from YouTube every few seconds.
Yeah, if you could let us know. All right, let's do one more here and then get into the giveaway for tonight. Premier League says, can I stream to both YouTube and Facebook at the same time using StreamYard? Yes, 100%. That's one of the core features of StreamYard, is the ability to easily multi-stream out to multiple destinations. So you can easily connect your YouTube and Facebook channel or Facebook page or profile and go out to all those destinations at the same time. All right, should we go ahead and queue up the giveaway for tonight, Dan?
Yeah, I just wanted to address this question first. So just wondering, basically, if we can edit a video and then, assuming I'm understanding this correctly, I just want to make sure, I guess I can ask a follow-up question. Do you mean, do you get this?
Yeah, so Kung Fu, after you've done a StreamYard live stream or recording, you can easily edit it on StreamYard itself and then post it to things like Shorts and Reels and other platforms. If you mean, can you post it and then edit it after the fact from StreamYard. We don't have that feature at this time. It's something that we can certainly look into. I do know that there are also limits, though, in terms of like how much you can actually change.
On YouTube specifically.
Yeah, change a video after the fact. So we'd have to look into what exactly is possible there. But yeah, hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah, but we do have editing on StreamYard where you can edit it and post it. Yeah, you kind of limited what you can do on YouTube itself.
Thanks, Adam. The support team will be happy to hear that. I'll pass that along.
Giveaway?
Yeah, let's do the giveaway for tonight. All right. I think many folks are familiar with how this works. But yeah, at the end of the stream, we always do a giveaway. And to be eligible, all you have to do is type in #TheYard. And tonight we'll be giving away a StreamYard pillow like I have in the background there, as well as a StreamYard hoodie. So it'll give you maybe 10 seconds or 15 seconds to get in your #TheYards. And if you're ever interested in running a giveaway like this yourself, we actually made this tool available at StreamYard.com/giveaway. And there's a video walking through exactly how to use it, but you can do exactly what we're doing here, like screen share it yourself and even choose your own keyword for folks to be eligible to enter. All right. I'll maybe do one more question here while we wait. We have a request from Flames Nation. Says request adding photos through Present instead of having to use overlays. Yeah, that's a good request, Flames Nation, and something that we do want to add. Right now, another option that folks will often use is just basically use Google Slides or something like that and put a bunch of photos on individual slides and then export it as a PDF, because we do have a pretty nice integration with Google Slides, or the ability to just upload the PDF itself to cycle through it more easily that way. But we do also want to add an easier way to just like add a bunch of photos and sort of share like a photo book on StreamYard.
Yep.
All right, should we go ahead and run it, Dan?
Cool. Let's do it. And so just a reminder, what are we giving away?
StreamYard pillow and a StreamYard hoodie.
Cool. Good luck, everyone.
JV's Hangout.
Hangout.
Congrats. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. If you could shoot an email to contact@StreamYard.com, the team can work with you to get your address and get you your brand new StreamYard pillow and your StreamYard hoodie shipped on over.
Awesome. Congrats.
Yes, absolutely. Congrats. All right. And with that, this was episode 272 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Super excited about AI clips. Once you have access to it, please let us know how it goes. We're super keen to hear your feedback. We'll see you next week at the same time, Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Cool. Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone. See you next week.